So I recently acquired a 1993 Toyota pickup. When I got it, the check engine light was on. Checked for the codes and come to find out it was a O2 sensor. Fixed the O2 sensor and check engine light went out, but now it has a lot less power. It tells me the default fuel strategy was working better than whatever it is relying on the sensors. So next thing I went to was the airflow meter. Airflow meter lives in the truck right at the front left corner, and I've got it removed over here. Here it is on my bench. So next step was to check all of the outputs. We'll mount the terminals basically, which are right here. I found this document online and started going through it. E2 to VS. It's supposed to be 20 to 400 ohms. Let's check that one. And what do we get? 561. That's way too many. I noticed on this one too, when you move the plate inside, if you start moving this thing around, let's do that. Right there. This thing goes up and down. But it's still way out of tolerance. It's way outside the range it's supposed to be at. So at any rate, I think we're going to open it up and see what's inside. Can't hurt, it's broken already. So I assume we need to get inside this top plate right here. I'm going to start working away at the sealant on the sides of that, and I'll bring you back once we get inside and see what's underneath. Alright, I've been hacking away at it for a while. The silicone, you have to peel off the edges and get it apart, but here's the grand reveal. I haven't looked inside just yet, but here we go. I have a feeling it's the potentiometer. I don't know, we're about to find out though. It's yeah, let me probe around in here. We'll figure something out here and I'll let you know what I figure out. Alright, so here's where I'm at with it. This is the rotational assembly that calculates how much airflow is taking place. There's a stop switch that works correctly. The slide arm is, the variable resistance is quite wild. It kind of jumps all over the place as you turn this up and down. I've been cleaning the contact and it's better. It's much, much lower than it was, but it's still not fixed all the way. If you look up closer, you can actually see it's a little wiper arm with, well, brushes, I guess. Anyway, we'll keep cleaning it, see if we can get it any better, but I'm not real sure if this is going to work or not. It's still quite erratic. So I'm pretty sure I've made some very good progress. The erratic readings I was getting from the ohm meter have cleared up nicely, and now it's a waveform, which is actually what instructions here are telling us we're supposed to get. If you look at the next page, it took me a minute to figure this one out, but if you go down a little bit, it talks about removal, and then it talks about, right here, hint, resistance between E2 and VS will change in a wave pattern as a measuring plate slowly opens. So earlier we were getting really high readings way outside tolerance, which was obviously incorrect, and then I was battling these erratic readings, but I didn't understand it was supposed to be that way as you open and close. So let me show you what it does now. So now, between E2 and VS, we slowly get up and down as we open it more and more. But it never really goes outside of tolerance, or at least not much. It's pretty darn close, and I think this is what it's supposed to do. So to clean this up, I use a combination of deoxit and rubbing alcohol, Q-tips, and the eraser head on a pencil. And it's cleaned up real nicely now. Be super careful, those brushes, they're tiny and they'll bend real easily. That whole arm there, be real careful of it. Clean around, clean one side, move the arm, clean the other side. That's what I did. You want to clean this entire black erratic surface. It goes all the way around. Clean that whole surface really well. I didn't really try to clean under the brushes. I didn't want to damage them, but I slid it back and forth, cleaned underneath, and it seems to be working good now. So I'm pretty sure that's it. Now I just need to get the top cover put back in and glued back down. I think some silicone would do the trick nicely. So I'm going to work on that and we'll put it back together and see what happens. All right, edges are mostly cleaned up. I'm going to put it back in and it's time for silicone. Well, I found this. It was completely clogged at the end. I had it busted open, so it came out like a big glob, but I think we got it. All right, reinstalled. New air filter as well. Let's go find out if it works. Well, test drive complete, and it's definitely running better. Hard to quantify exactly, but it does have more power, so Not sure what would cause it to set a code or a failure on these old trucks, but it did not, or had not, as far as I know. But it's definitely running better now, so do it to yours, see what happens. Thanks for watching.